welcome back to the show. Of course, you're watching Morning
Thailand.
Thailand with Golf Fi and of course คุณเชนสวัสดีค่ะ
Good morning.
สวัสดีครับ
And like we said earlier before we go on to the break, we want to know a little bit more about this particular by-election. I mean, what went on? How come the Democrat magically, well, I can't say magically, but interestingly.
win,
Yeah,
surprise
exactly. So what's going on, คุณเชน?
All right, before we talk about the by-election, I would like to give you a brief detail on the demands of the BRN in the peace talk that
so
you
you
mentioned
have
in the
it.
first break.
Right.
The first demand is that they want to have Malaysia as facilitator.
Facilitator. Okay.
Second, to conceptualize this talk as a talk from Pattani state citizens led by the BRN with the Siamese imperialists.
Wait, so they are including Narathiwat and Yala? Because
Yes.
if you say Pattani state. Wow, okay.
And they call Thailand Siamese
Siam.
imperialists. Third, to have witness from ASEAN countries along with Muslim organizations. Fourth, to release all separatist prisoners and to terminate all security acts using in that particular area. The last one is that they would like Thailand to see BRN as a movement to free Pattani state, not terrorists.
Okay, so technically in their minds, we already separated. You know what I mean? Like in their minds, Yala, Narathiwat,
And
Pattani has already been combined and they already cut that.
But actually, you've got to keep in mind that there were some Buddhist people in the down south
Yeah.
in those provinces as well.
That's the thing. I don't think that I'm not sure. Like, I think we probably will. We need to talk more about this. Like, I need another, day. Tomorrow maybe. But what about this particular by-election?
For the Don Muang by-election or the constituency 12 result, the most interesting thing is that for the past 37 years, since 1976, Democratic Party has never won an MP seat for this district. But yesterday, Kun Tan Kun Jit Isara, the candidate from this party, has broken the spell.
Broken the spell. Wow.
Actually, most media conceptualize him as an underdog. He has never been elected as an MP yet, and he lost to Kun Karun Hoskun in the previous election in 2011 with a big number. Last week we explained to you the reason that there must be this by-election. For those of you who miss it, there must be this by-election because the elected member of parliament of this district, Kun Karun Hoskun, was withdrawn from his position because he disgraced Kun Tan Kun during his campaign.
Right.
And the election commission pointed that it is against the election regulations. Although Kun Tan Kun was perceived as an underdog, like I just told you, in the previous match, for this by-election, he and his fellow candidate from the Pheu Thai party, Kun Yuranan Phamon Montri, were actually neck to neck. That is, in the poll conducted before the election, Kun Tan Kun got 29%, while Kun Yuranan got 26.7%, which is very close number.
Right.
Anyway, for the vote turnout yesterday, Kun Tan Kun won with 32,710 votes, while Kun Yuranan got 30,624 votes, which is about 2,000 votes different. While in the general election in 2011, Kun Tan Kun lost Kun Karun with 7,000 votes less.
Almost 8,000.
Almost 8,000,
Wow.
yes. So this means that during the past 2 years, Kun Tan Kun has been building his political connection and trust base with this community seriously.
With the whole flood, I think the big flood that he helped out,
Yes.
that's
The flood
a lot
is
of his
actually one of the factors we cannot forget to mention because during the flood, Kun Tan Kun and Kun Karun both were very active in relieving the situations. Though you might say that
I remember
Kun Karun's working style
rode a speedboat to help people
which would create a strong current that
Definitely.
would hit the house around the area. Okay, I can
Right.
see that might not be a good approach. What did Kun
Yes.
Tan Kun do?
Okay, he did many things, but during that time, Kun Karun's working style was criticized by the media and the social media that it was a bit too aggressive, and his overuse of political power was mentioned as well. But we might have to give him the benefit of the doubt because during the time of crisis, people responsible for crisis management tasks might not have enough time to think straight.
Right, but aggressive in terms of what?
In terms of
Not just a speedboat, I don't think.
that there were the use of guns and stuff.
To stop the floods? No.
Not really.
No, I don't think
That,
you know.
I remember there were fights.
Right,
about
I
that.
For
think
the
there was
closing or opening of the water gate, something.
Yeah,
in
something
Don
like
Muang
that.
area. Okay.
Something like that. Okay, I remember it now. Now I'm just trying to go back to during the time. Right.
Well, over the weekend we saw Kun Aphisit Vechatiwan, also Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, came in the area in Don Muang area to help them campaigning. Both of them said encourage voters to support their party. Kun Aphisit said they want people to elect Kun Tan Kun in order to show to send message to the government that they oppose the government's policies. Many of them, the mega projects, the use of money for
Right.
the rice pledging scheme.
Right. I think that's one of the things that probably helped with the winning of
So
Democratic Party.
must be this was the message that people wanted to send to the government.
Actually, this is a time we see how democracy works. Because
okay.
the people in this district express their need to see a change.
Right.
And for Kun Tan Kun is to prove he is the one to bring the change the people in this district want to see.
So, what do you think about the direction after this? Do you think that Kun Tan Kun will definitely a smooth sailing, or do you think that there might be a tough task for him ahead?
It would be tough because this district is turf of the Pheu Thai party for such a long time.
Right.
So one of the factors that he won is that he has been working in this district for the past 2 years, while Kun Yuranan had just started to build the trust with this community for just about three weeks.
Right.
So
That could be
a bit difficult for Kun Tan Kun to prove himself to the district.
Now, asking a little bit more, what about Kun
Yuranan.
Yuranan? Where is he gonna go after this?
What is interesting about the Thai politics is that it is typical to see politicians to resign from a position and run for another position. He will make a comeback.
Yeah,
in the
like
Pheu
for
Thai
sure.
party.
I will
For sure.
feel really
It
bummed
is
out.
certain that he will have an active position, but I wonder where it is, where he will pop.
Well, he could be a spokesperson. He looks good.
He used to be.
It used to be.
Right. Maybe he wants to go back doing that.
Yes, and he will get a chance to do that.
And you know what? I've got some comment from one of the red shirt leader in Udon Thani province, Kun Panchai Prapana, who actually said the reason why Kun Yuranan did not win this election because the Pheu Thai party did not allow the red shirts to help him campaigning.
Okay, so
So
well,
if
they can vote.
that's
Maybe they are
actually-
not at the district. They're not registered at the district.
Oh, right.
But imagine the red shirts going
Campaigning?
with the candidate, asking for people to vote for them.
Actually, this election is a bit too dramatic because we have seen both the Prime Minister Kun Yingluck Shinawatra and the opposition
Right.
leader Kun Aphisit Vechatiwan, along with well-known party members of the two parties to campaign helping these two candidates.
That's the thing, like I said, it's not just a victory for Kun Tan Kun, but it's a victory for the Democrat Party who is finally able to be
To take the seat back.
Yeah, exactly. 37 years. I mean, that's a long time. And we know that for Bangkok, Democrat Party tends to be, in most places, a lot of people are favoring them. But
And this victory of Kun Than Kun and the Democrat Party will actually help the Democrat Party to win the governor election as well.
okay.
Okay, so
I think
congratulations
To Kun Than Kun,
right,
obviously.
and the Democrat Party. It seems that we're running out of time for today. Before we saying goodbye, if any of you who got any comments or any questions, you can send your comments to our mail at morningthailand@gmail.com, and also we've got our very own Facebook page is www.facebook.com/morningthailand, so feel free to click like and give us some comments,
or
feedback.
if you want to hear Kun Chain talks about certain topics, please give us your ideas, and then we can perhaps do a little bit more research on that and provide you all the information. Now, thank you, Jaspal, for our lovely
Definitely.
attire, as well as Royal Ivy Regatta for this lovely green tie. Oh my goodness, it's bright. All
Good
right.
for this morning. Okay, we've got to say goodbye for now. Thank you very much for tuning in, and don't forget to check out the headline news tomorrow morning at 6 to 7 at MCOT World on Morning Thailand. แอมธนันทพัฒน์น้อยเวียง
And I want to song her home.
Change Radar
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ